Hey, what's going on, everyone? Everybody's been hitting me up asking me to do an oil change video and a blade changing video on the Bradley 52. So I'm going to answer those questions, and I'm answering your requests. So I'm going to change the oil on the Bradley 52. We're also going to change the blades on the Bradley 52 and show you how we do it. So when we come back, we're going to get to work. One love. Alright guys, like I said, we're going to be changing the oil on the Bradley 52, and I highly recommend that you do it after you get done mowing, preferably when the engine is a little bit warm. That way all the oil has a chance to jump out and get out of there and get out of the engine, and you're not going to be sitting here waiting on a slow drain. So first things first, you want to unscrew the little latches right here, the little pins that they got to hold the deck top in place. Really wish that they would do different kind of things. I don't like these very much. So this comes off, this slides right off. Pretty easy, pretty simple, explanatory. Set it to the side, do whatever you want. Then what I do is I remove the deck pin right here, the deck height pin. Go ahead and I put that back in, secure that. I drop the deck all the way. I take the deck pin and the deck tops, the fasteners, put them up here on a nice cloth. Preferably, the cloth should probably be dry, but had a little leak in the trailer toolbox, and my rags got wet, man. So, alright. Pretty simple. Ratchet and a wrench. 3/4, 3/4. So get yourself a bottle. I use a old oil bottle. It's just what I found works the best because they don't have a really long hose. And the way this deck is laid out, and the way everything's laid out, it's pretty hard to get an actual oil drum in here or oil pan. So I use that and just get it ready. Kind of lean it down a little bit. So 3/4 on here. Secure this nut right there on the end. Make sure your ratchet's good. You would have probably thought that I would have maybe have tried this before I started the video. But, you know, it's just one simple crack. That's it. Take the wrench off. It's going to go. So you got to be ready. You got to be ready. You got to be ready. And that's it. All right. So as this drains, I do pop this up a little bit. Get that to come out. So as this drains, it is at a great time to tell you that you need to read the owner's manual on what type of oil your engine takes. The Honda, they call for 10W30, 10W40 in the fall. The Briggs & Stratton, they call for SAE 30. So it really all depends on what kind of engine you're running. So I would definitely check the owner's manual, ask the dealer, ask your guy that is working on your machines, ask them. So they do recommend between 100 to 120 hours, something like that. I do mine every other week. It's because this is my main mower. This is what I do. And I've just blown rods in the past on the eXMarks and on the Kawasaki's and stuff. So I like to keep the oil real fresh. And I can afford $25 a week, $25 every 2 weeks on changing the oil. So today we're not going to change the oil filter because I changed it the last time. I changed it every other oil change. And the part number, I go to Napa. I use Napa oil filters. That's what I found for the Honda, and it is part number 1365. Napa just always has some really good oil filters. They always treat me right, and right here in Grove City, and that's why I go there, because they treat me right. They treat me like gold, and they don't treat me like just a customer. They treat me like, you know, somebody that they value. So it's pretty cool. I do use Pennzoil, or I use Valvoline. Preferably, pretty much, sometimes what's on sale, sometimes it really kind of depends on what kind of season or what's really going on. So other than that, it takes a couple minutes for this to drain. They do call for, on the Honda engine, 1.5 quarts of oil with the oil filter. Without the oil filter, a new one, they call for 1.8 quarts. So it definitely would behoove you to read that owner's manual to make sure you're not putting in 2.1 quarts, 2.5 quarts. I mean, because all of them call for something different. So make sure you're not lining them up all the same, because they all do call for something different. So guys, we're gonna when we come back, we're gonna add the oil, start changing the blades. So guys, one love. Alright guys, the oil's drained out, and like I said, I highly recommend that you do it when the engine is warm, and that way you're not waiting 500 hours for the oil to drain out. So again, 3/4 wrench around the bottom bolt. It's just actually a flange, and so your wrench is good. Tighten it. You don't need to crank it all down and stuff, man. Just get it nice and tight. It'll stop. Wrench off. Put it back in. Secure it back in this little thing right here. Little eyelet. Then you can actually see. This is why I like doing this, because I can see if I burnt oil off during the week or the week and a half. And I added 1.5 quarts at the beginning, and I literally have 1.5 quarts at the end. So this is also a great way to be able to tell. And if you're burning oil, then you know, man, I'm burning oil for a reason. Either I'm using the wrong oil or something's going on in my engine. So this is a great way to be able to tell as well. So set this aside. I'll add it into the drum here in a little bit. Get me my oil funnel. Like I said, this takes 10W30. So this is Pennzoil. Add it on in. We're not doing a oil filter today. Like I said, I do that every other one. It's just my thing. I don't know why. Just have always done it that way. And never really had any issues with that. So oil always comes out pretty clean. And I think it's just because I do it so much that I really don't have a major issue. Now if I only did it like every 100 hours or something like that, I would definitely change out my oil filter. So 1.5 quarts, I'm already pretty much kind of know, because I buy them 5 at a time. I buy the big boys at 5 at a time. So that's what I do. So there you go, guys. That's the oil change. When we come back, we're going to be changing the blades. So hopefully you guys enjoying it. I'm trying something a little different. Like I said, don't really want to always do mowing videos. Everybody, mowing's mowing, man. Real-time mowing's real-time mowing. People add on all these little customers said this or customers said that. Life isn't that bad, man. And every day there's not some kind of controversy out there in the field. And I'm sorry that you guys feel that way, and I'm sorry that you guys are having those kind of issues every single day. But I don't have those issues every day. I'm worried about making money. I'm worried about keeping my mowers right. I'm worried about myself, man. And I just don't understand how somebody can operate a business and have a issue every single day and then broadcast it on social media as far as with the customers and stuff, like that just doesn't make sense to me, and not a big fan of that. So yeah, so we trying something different, and with all these little videos. So mainly focus on the Bradleys, mainly focus on our business, and inside of our business we're going to be doing a couple videos on how we do billing and scheduling, stuff like that. So other than that, man, we're going to be changing blades when we come back. One love.